Nathan, this is our first time behind the wheel of the 2019 Jeep Cherokee TrailHawk.
With the 2-liter engine.
With the 2-liter turbo, 270 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque.
You know what happened to your dad and I?
What happened?
We were in Moab doing the event, and the only V6 they had, we accidentally grabbed. So we've already driven that, and we had to go through the entire event driving the V6. So we didn't get a chance to drive the 2-liter in Moab, which is a real shame.
So this is a very exciting vehicle because, you know, we got a turbocharger in a Jeep. Okay, so we are coming up to our first big hill here. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is put it in, what do you think, sand and mud. A little bit muddy out here today. I'm gonna try for 4-wheel drive low. There we go, 4-wheel drive low. And this is a proper true low range, unlike the Renegade that just locked you in first. We do have a low gear set. And I actually have a rear diff lock.
You gonna do that too?
Might as well. If you got it, might as well play with it.
Dude, you're going bananas.
Dude, I'm going bananas. Still flashing at me here.
Yeah, I don't think it's locked, but that's all right. I think.
Ooh, you can really feel that traction control system.
Yeah, I would. Yep. Stay on it. Stay on it.
There we go. Up we go.
Yeah. It's locked now.
Rear diff is now locked. Yep. So this is actually an interesting point that we just made with that rear diff lock, right?
Yeah.
You can't actually get a new Wrangler JL unless you get a Rubicon with the rear diff lock.
Yeah, so there aren't that many vehicles out there that actually have an option for a locking rear diff. And as you said before, this is an actual locker in the back. Right,
it's a real locker. It's it also has a traction control based system, a brake lock differential that brakes the spinning wheel in order to provide traction to the wheels that have, you know, the ability to claw up your obstacle. But this is actually a proper differential lock. Underbody protection on this TrailHawk. So what does the TrailHawk give you? Revised wheels and tires, right?
Yep.
These are Firestones, I believe, Destination ATs. We have a better approach angle due to a revised front end.
Yep.
And, you know, we have this rear diff lock and a rock mode on the terrain management.
This system, I've used it before with the V6, and it works just fine. It does what it's supposed to do. I've tried it on other vehicles that...
It's supposed to go, I think it's supposed to go right here.
Yep, yep. You gotta power through this. This is
got a little bit of mud here.
And water. Yeah, so you gotta get a bow weight going.
Wow, look at that.
I wouldn't slow down if I were you either. Just stay on
5 miles an hour will do it.
Yeah. Interesting smell. Definitely a little bit of Detroit sewage mixed in with just a hint of forest.
Just a hint of forest.
Now, we've gone through this thing before in a Power Wagon, so it's definitely, once again, worth having a little bit of speed through this. And that's the thing, is that this system will allow you to do that. And I do like systems that allow you to make that choice of whether or not you want to have to rely on electronics or rely on a mechanical system.
Right.
This system allows you to do that.
Ground clearance. This is going to be a test of our breakover angle. Now, FCA did set up this course, correct?
Yep. So this is they've had this for years.
This is an FCA set up course, so we know that the vehicle's going to make it, because they probably wouldn't put us something where we're going to get too stuck.
That would be correct. True story. A couple of years ago, somebody came in here, a journalist with a dually, and got it stuck between two trees.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, they really did get it stuck. Was not a member of TFL. I think the other terrain select systems are a little bit more vague. And it's basically just triggering different types of traction control.
Okay.
And also engine management. This system and other Jeep systems are, I think, a little bit more comprehensive, to be honest with you.
Well, Toyota really relies heavily on that A-Track system.
So that A-Track system is quite good. But it's also something that completely takes the driver out of the equation if you use all of it. The only thing you're doing is steering with an 8-track system.
That's true.
Okay, because it takes you uphill, it takes you downhill, and it modulates power left, right, up, and down. And I don't like that personally. But that's a personal preference. In terms of people who don't off-road often, that system is actually a lifesaver.
Yeah, I completely agree. Now, new for 2019 too, there's been a vast change to the Cherokee option lineup.
Yeah.
So the base model is called the Latitude. From there, you progress to the Latitude Sport, and then you've got TrailHawk, and then luxury models include Limited and Overland. So there's no more sport model per se.
Yeah. I think they combined a few things, and that kind of prevents them from having to have so many different trim levels.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There we go.
Wow, this is a pretty tricky course for this little thing.
Yep.
And it's handling it really well.
Their point is that a regular crossover would not be able to handle this.
And I think they're right.
Yeah. Well, the mud puddle alone, that water crossing we went through, I guarantee you, there's most crossovers wouldn't be able to get through that. We went through this very same course in a power wagon, and we were scraping the trees and just getting so close to things. It's kind of nice being in a smaller vehicle that can easily, ramble through here without much of a problem.
Oh no, absolutely. It's doing a really nice job here too. I do really appreciate the fact that the Cherokee has a low range and that rear diff locker, and the Renegade doesn't, right? I mean, you don't have that rear diff lock.
Yeah, and I know your love for Renegades is deep, but I will say that each class that they cover with their crossovers in terms of TrailHawk are the most capable in their class off-road, even the Renegade.
Yeah, I think you're right. We just did the Goldmine Hill, and we have completed that challenge in the Renegade TrailHawk in the past, when we haven't been able to do it in a vehicle like the Kona all-wheel drive, which the Renegade competes with.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And the Renegade, good tires, decent ground clearance, there are other things that really do help it. This vehicle, on the other hand, this is one step away, as far as I'm concerned, from the Grand Cherokee in terms of its overall capability.
Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on with saying that there. Crawl through this here, but no problem. These tires are doing pretty good, actually.
Tires are doing really good. We haven't had a major loss of traction that was unexpected.
And this really goopy stuff.
This is really goopy stuff. Yeah, they don't make this an easy trail, and so far we've had no real issues.
Yeah, it's been behaving really well. Now, we could be using hill descent control, and I really don't like hill descent control.
Me neither.
I think we're on the same page on that one.
Yeah, it's the brake pedal works fine for me.
Yeah, the brake pedal's pretty effective. Oh, we have scraped a couple times. It is worth noting that.
Yep,
there we go. And there we go.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, we just had a major downpour here yesterday. So everything here is extra gooey, extra swampy, and plants have grown quite a bit, so we're striking a hell of a lot of plants all through the center. But we have protection underneath, real protection. If you want the underbody armor, I believe you have to get the TrailHawk.
There's actually one other vehicle you can get with the underbody protection, and that is it's like a $200 option on the Overland. Can you believe that? So the top of the line luxury model has an option for underbody protection.
It does have that.
Yeah, it does.
I've taken a lot of crossovers off-road in the past 20 years, and this is one of the best ones in its class. It still is. I know a lot of people out there love Subarus, and the Forester is great, but with that new CVT in it, I think that this thing would absolutely walk it.
I think you might be right, Nathan.
Yeah.
It's a long course, actually.
It is, isn't it?
It's a really long course.
Yeah.
I would love to be like Jeep or FC out here and just be able to make your own off-road course. How cool is that?
Can you imagine that?
That's so
Being
fun.
able to basically figure out exactly what you need to make the most challenging yet usable course.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this is, I think some of the turns we've taken didn't match up from the last time we were here and used this course.
Yeah, this is...
So I think there's a lot of other trails that we could have taken. Well, that had they let us.
I'm sure
we lifted a wheel, I think.
Yeah, you can feel it articulate a little bit there. That is the issue, though, with independent suspension all around, right? You don't have that articulation.
That's right.
This 2-liter is performing really pretty darn well.
Yep. I didn't even realize that we were in the 2-liter. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about it.
It's an expensive option, though.
Yeah.
It's real. Is this right? Are we on the right trail?
We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it.
It's mowing down sticks.
But that's what you do when you're off-road. I mean, you have plants and objects that you unfortunately have to run over in order to get through it.
No, you're right. At this rate, we end up at like the Ford Proving Ground.
Yeah. Howdy, Dearborn. Although that would be an opportunity to see the new Bronco being tested.
Oh yeah, that's an opportunity I wouldn't soon pass up, huh? Wowzer!
Yeah.
That's a big hole right there.
It is, and I'm on the worst part of it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm in the hole.
You are in the hole,
I'm way down here.
Yeah, we're gonna get through it. That's fine.
Oh yeah. That woke me up a little.
Right? Left rear wheel just shot up into the air.
Way up in the air. Can you imagine being in a little Renegade and doing that? That probably was really, really tilted. Because that wheelbase is so much shorter than this.
On this trail, I would much prefer to have a Wrangler, I think, just because of the capability, but...
Yeah, an Unlimited for me.
Oh, really? An Unlimited?
Yeah, I like that long wheelbase. For me, works. And also, I find it more comfortable. It's just me.
It is more comfortable. That's not just you. But compared to Renegade, I'd much rather have a Cherokee.
Yeah.
On this stuff, at least.
Yeah. That's no doubt. Well, the Renegade is a very capable all-wheel drive vehicle, but we've shown before that it doesn't take that much to really make it go out of breath and have a hard time.
Oh, that was a scrape. You know what's interesting is this vehicle doesn't have a transfer case per se. So what they do is they have something called a rear power transfer unit, a PTU. So really you have two sets of low ranges, right? You have a low range set for the front, but then because there's no center mounted transfer case, you have a low range set for the rear as well.
That's correct, and that engages separately.
Yeah, so that's it's really an interesting way to have that option. If I can get up to about 50, we might be able to clear all three of them.
I don't think 3. I think we can clear 2. I think we can clear 2, yeah. And I don't know how well balanced this thing is in the air yet, so...
Yeah, we don't know.
We might be a little nose.
We have a lot of experience jumping the 3.2 liter V6.
Yeah,
we just don't know about
that
this
2 liter. Yeah.
Approach angle.
Mm-hmm. A-okay.
A-okay.
Departure feels like it's all right.
Yep, brake over here.
Here's the brake over.
There it goes.
Just okay. No problem.
Just fine. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the ride is great. Power delivery is fine. I think that our overall capability is fantastic.
Very acceptable. I wish there was a diesel option in some ways.
Maybe overseas.
Maybe overseas, but we're not going to see that in the States anytime soon.
No, it's not going to happen. I can't wait, though. I can't wait to try an electric Jeep off-road.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's going to be really interesting.
And then you could have, independent torque distribution across the board. So this is our articulation section. See the Renegade go through in front of us. Oh, wow.
He just went.
He just hit that pole.
Mm-hmm.
He's pushing that little thing, though.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be kind of rough. I mean, just go up and over and down and bang.
Yeah, he's really cooking it. This is where we really need those solid axles, right, in the Wrangler.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you need smooth power delivery.
Yep, there's the right wheel.
The right rear.
Uh-huh. Still up. And then...
There's the left rear.
I'm trying to maintain my balance.
And wait for that transition. There's the next one. There you go. Another transition here. That's fun.
Yay! Yeah, it's an e-ticket ride. Worst case scenario, just walk away.
Yeah, that's...
And just act like we never drove it.
Come on, little guy.
Now, can you imagine them putting this powertrain in the Renegade?
Oh, man, Nathan, don't say that. That would be so fun.
That thing would be a rocket.
Oh, it would be great. Oh, I have a new dream Jeep now.
Yeah, that's
the 2-liter in the Renegade with a low range and a rear locker. Make it happen, Jeep.
That would be awesome. They call it the Trail Superhawk.
The Trail Eagle.
Trail Eagle.
Like that. Well, guys, thanks for joining us on this quick drive in the new Jeep Cherokee TrailHawk. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it was a real trail.
It was like a 25-minute course.
That took a lot longer than I expected.
It was a good test of this vehicle, I think. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time on the Fast Lane Now.
Adios.